Yes, coming up out of that tunnel as you've never seen them before, Spurs and Arsenal, that mighty London derby game. That's our main match today, as we say. Welcome once more, especially this week to all our friends in Australia who are just starting their season with us. But first, let's get on with the action, and we start at White Hart Lane with Spurs against Arsenal. Spurs lying fifth in the table, Arsenal second, on a pitch that has soaked up a week of rain so well. For this game, Spurs make an important change. Alan Gilzean is out of the attack with a leg strain. Jimmy Neighbour takes his place. Defender Philip Beale is still out with injury, but Ralph Coates now comes back as substitute. As for Arsenal, they decided to rely on the side that got back to winning form with that victory over Leeds United last week, and it means no place for skipper Frank McLintock. He's the sub, and Bob McNabb, as you can see, is the captain.
In towards Chivers, nodded on nicely there, and now Martin Peters, hard and low across, and a deflection, probably off Blockley, certainly not off a Tottenham player, and going behind for the corner to Tottenham Hotspur. That left Wilson stranded. Kennedy. And now Armstrong, and this might be the chance for Arsenal now, with Kennedy and Radford in the middle. Kennedy lets it go, and Mike England saving Spurs at the very last, because that was going through towards Radford, but a lovely break by Arsenal, led by Armstrong, and now McNabb, onto the right foot by McNabb and into the side pocket. Simpson. That'll come towards Radford, nodded down there for Kennedy. Turned in nicely for Alan Ball. And just across the face of that Tottenham goal. And behind for the goal kick. But a very good piece of understanding again by Arsenal coming forward. And Alan Ball popping up. If there's one criticism that a lot of people have of Alan Ball, he does fight shy of shooting a goal, but he worked himself into a beautiful position there for the shot. Chivers coming fast away from that Arsenal defence. Peters, Evans, Pearce, Story. Again Martin Peters. Evans first time. Pearce, and that'll fall for Martin Peters. And now Chivers and a 1-2 with Peters. And Blockley in there, and some pushing as well, as Evans blasts once across, and it's there! No, it's been disallowed. Jimmy Neighbour thought he'd put Spurs ahead, but the linesman was flagging for offside, and the goal does not stand. And then England and Perryman misunderstanding each other's intentions, and now Neighbour in full stride. But Blockley and Rice coming across to cover. He's got Chivers there as well. Chivers! Oh, just wide! And he hit it so well. Oh, yes, says Bob Wilson. That was close, and Wilson knows it better than most. Eddie Kelly. Now ball for Radford. Armstrong. Still with Armstrong, and that's a good-looking cross by Armstrong, and it's there! The goal by Peter Story! It's Story who's got it, and it was a beautiful cross by Armstrong that set it up for him. The little man got it on his right foot, and it was a deep one that eluded everybody in the Spurs defence. Story popping up on the far post, 1-0 to Arsenal. Jimmy Pearce with his throw. Again, quite a good long one. Chivers hoping to use his height at the near post. Perryman turning it back for Knowles. Perryman again. Maybe he'll line up a shot. Not too far for that. England trying at 1-2, and there are so many Arsenal players back. All of them, in fact, were back except Alan Ball, who's on the ball at the moment. Armstrong. And now Radford. Story was offside, but it was all right. Now Radford. And that is going to be number 2. John Radford. The linesman, in fact, there was a degree of possibility that Story might have been offside, but then he ran into an onside position, and Radford was always onside, and Radford running through, making it 2-0. Jennings, the unhappy job now of picking it out of the net. Radford. Stopped by Mike England. Knowles. Back for Pat Jennings. Blockley. Oh, straight at Peters, and now Chivers. Can he burst on this one? Still with Chivers, and a flick on Peters. Yes, it's a goal! 2-1. Martin Peters, the scorer. Beautifully taken. And that really opens things up. The Arsenal player, and I think it's Peter Simpson, is down and hurt after that challenge by Chivers, and Story is going absolutely mad with everyone around him. Linesman flagging for offside. The Arsenal supporters think it's all over, but it's not quite yet. And now it's Evans now for Tottenham. The last crisis for Arsenal. The Spurs go in again, all of them, and Blockley once more gets above them all. And it's all over. And Arsenal have won this derby game at Tottenham. A fortnight ago, everyone was talking of crisis when they lost to Derby. Since then, they've beaten Leeds, and now they've beaten Spurs by 2-1. Story, the scorer of their first goal. John Radford, the scorer of their second goal. And then when Ralph Coates in the picture there came on, Martin Peters scored the goal for Spurs that gave them a bit of hope.